Sit down, sir. Take the mic.
Okay, so he was arrested and he was charged to court. So at the court, the company said if he should replace the bicycle, that they are going to withdraw the case. And then he replaced the bicycle, but the case was not withdrawn. It was taken to Ikoyi Prison. Yes, it was at Ikoyi Prison, and then he died in Ikoyi Prison, according to them, allegedly.
Thank you. My brother, wait till be your name.
Good morning, sir. My name is Uzoma Samuel Ifesinachi.
Uzoma, open your mouth and talk to me clearly.
My name is Uzoma Samuel Ifesinachi.
Thank you. Wait till be the complaint. Where can you come?
It's a complaint about my younger brother.
Younger brother by name?
Uzoma Chidera Ezekiel.
Tell us the story, sir.
Okay, my brother, he works for a company called Errand 360.
Errand 360?
Yes, sir.
For Abuja here?
No, Lagos State, sir.
For Lagos?
Yes, sir. The company is based on logistics and delivery.
Errand 360?
Yes, sir. So my brother works for them as a dispatch rider. A bicycle was assigned to him.
Bicycle?
Yes.
Not motorcycle?
No, not motorcycle. A bicycle assigned to him, which he uses for delivery.
Okay.
So one of the days he parked the bicycle outside the place where he lived in Lagos, and then the bicycle was stolen overnight. So he told the company about it, and then the company asked him to replace the bicycle. His friend, he lives with Kenneth Ekuri, that's his full name. He called my mom and he said the bicycle assigned to my brother by the company got missing, and they are asking him to replace it. My mom said okay, that they should look for it. So then my mom resorted to prayer. She was praying that God will help, and then they will find the bicycle. So after some time, his friend Kenneth called my mom and said the company has arrested him and that he has been taken to court. So my mom don't have money, neither do my dad have. So there was no way we could afford a lawyer. So his friend called and said that Lagos State government has given him a lawyer to speak on his behalf. The much we could do then was to pray, and then we're contacting them to know how was the update. So his friend called and said that he went to the company and asked them, since he was the one that gave him shorty, that is there a way he can be working for them as replacement for the bicycle? And then the company said no. So he said the company gave him two options, that is either he pays 250,000 or 300,000, like he said,
for bicycle.
Yes, or provide a new bicycle. He said okay, he had to choose the favorable option, which is to replace the bicycle. So he called my mom and said they gave him option that if he replace the bicycle, that they will withdraw the case. So my brother sold his small Lenovo phone he was using, and him too raised some money, and then he told my mom that in the phone he sold plus the money him too have been able to raise, that the company said that they will send somebody with him to go and inspect the bicycle he will buy. That the phone my brother sold and the little he was able to raise, that they have seen a bicycle that the company agrees that is suits their taste, but the money is left with 14,000. My mom said okay, can you give us like 2 or 3 days, let's raise the 14,000. He said no problem. So my mom had to raise the 14,000. After he sent the 14,000 to the boy, and the boy said okay, that he will get back to my mom. So after like a day later, he called my mom and said yes, that the bicycle has been replaced, and then the case will be withdrawn anytime soon. So we were hopeful. So after that day, that was the last time we heard from Kenneth, and Ken's number stopped going through. So everybody got worried. We were waiting, and we started calling relatives in Lagos. Have you people heard from Ken Chidera? And they said no, they have not seen Chidera. They don't even have idea that Chidera is in Lagos. We said okay. That was when my mom remembered that there was a time that Lagos State lawyer called her as the rapist. He called, and the one said that she don't know all the matter is like, that my mom should try and come to Lagos if she can, that she don't really know, that there's something she's hearing, no, but she don't know if it is true.
Hey,
it was not the following week, that was when Kenneth called my mom precisely on the 12th of May and said that he went to see my brother at Ikoyi Prison where he was remanded, and the officers there told him that he got sick and died. But he said
that he died.
Yes, that before then he went to the company and told them that why he has not showed up for a while was because he lost his phone, that he had to struggle and then see if he can get a new phone. That's why he came. That I want to know how have they gone in withdrawing the case.
Yes, in withdrawing the
and
matter.
Then the company
as agreed.
And then the company told him that the case has been withdrawn and my brother has been released. And he was like, this boy in question, he lives with me. There's no way you will release him and he will not come back home. And then the man said, he has been released. He said, okay. That was when he went to Ikoyi Prison. And then he said that anytime he goes to Ikoyi Prison to buy something and give to my brother, that he won't take up to 20 minutes. Once he just tell them, look at who I want to see, they will bring my brother. But that day, it took like 30 to 45 minutes and they didn't attend to him. Then he went to the office and was like, sir, what's happening? Why have people not bring the boy for me to see? They said, let's not just delay you. The boy you're looking for is dead. He got sick and then he died. That was what he told us on the phone. So I said, okay, what's the name of the company? Because before then, my brother didn't tell us the company. He just told us he's working for a company that does delivery. So I personally collected my brother and my uncle's phone that day because when the information, me, I was at Atoka, I had to come back to the village. My mom and my dad were already in the village, and some of my uncles who were close by had to come down too. So then when we were now discussing, they said, okay, let's search the company's information. I checked their official page and I collected their phone number and their address. So I gave them, because I was not with my own phone then, I gave them, everybody was calling. Some of my uncles called and said that the company denied that they don't know the person they're looking for. Some called and said the person they're looking for is not working there. So but when I personally called, they said, who are you and what is your relationship with this person? That some persons have called in to ask about this particular person. I said, okay, my name is Uzoma Samuel Ifesinachi. The person I'm asking after is my younger brother. They said, okay. The person you're asking for, he actually worked for us. But the thing is, he left on a bad notice. That was the reply I got from the woman. I said, okay, what bad notice?
Via text message?
No, on phone call. See, I said, what bad notice? He say, your brother, he stole our bicycle and absconded. I said, okay, he stole your bicycle and absconded. Like, did you catch him? Did you arrest him? Did you sue him? They said, no, we didn't do any of that. We didn't arrest him and we did not sue him. So that was when my aunt was saying, Shebi, I told you that when I called them, they denied that they did not, that they don't even know the person I'm looking for. We said, okay. So after a brief meeting between my dad and some of my uncles, my dad could not go because he's not well. Neither could my mom go. So they said, me and my uncle, we should come to Lagos. Let's go on confirmation. Maybe all this thing could be rumor. So on the 16th of May, being Monday, we arrived Lagos on Sunday night. Then on Monday, we went to Ikoyi Prison. So when we went to Ikoyi Prison, we told them who we are. They said, can we bring affidavits to show that the person we are looking for, we are related? I said, sir, we don't have affidavits, but I cannot lie to you. Here's the picture of the person I'm looking for. You can even see the resemblance. You know it's my brother. I said, okay, for mercy reasons, we will allow you to come in. Okay, we're now waiting. We pretended as if we didn't know that we've gotten information that he died. So when we waited and waited, they were now delaying us. So we had to go back. They said, okay, they will take us to an office. We went to an office. They brought out the file. So I said, after the guy said, you people didn't reach out to the boy. Why will you people have somebody and you not reach out to? And the person didn't give us his number, blah, blah. We're like, sir, just go straight to the. Then I couldn't control myself.
You were agitated,
yeah. Sir, just tell us what actually happened. Then he said, we are sorry. We lost on the 24th of April. I said, okay, what happened to him? The officer said, the boy in question got sick and died. And I was like, which kind of sickness do the boy way he die? I was like, from everything I read online about Ikoyi Prison is a very big correctional facility that has that kind of medical capability to dish out treatments to inmates. The man was like, are you questioning me?
Hold it steady and talk to me, sir.
The man was like, are you questioning me? I have told you the boy got sick and died. I said, okay, no problem, sir. How do we see his corpse? He said, we are going to give you a permit card. Without that permit card, you can't see his corpse. Then they gave us a permit card. We went to the mortuary. When we got to the mortuary, the
mortuary where?
At Yaba, IDH mortuary, mainland mortuary, Yaba. That was where we got to. Then when we went there, the mortuary attendant, they said they would take time to identify the corpse. That since they brought the corpse, that nobody has come to identify with the corpse since 24th of April. We said, okay. They brought out the corpse. And when we saw the corpse, there's a very big stitch here, like from the lower edge of his eyes here, down to his jaw, like somebody who was operated or something like that. And I was like, my brother don't have any scar on his face. Neither has he undergone maybe any surgery since he was born. How come this place is stitched? In quotes, like the mortuary attendant replied me, he said, "Nah, so that place open. The day we then carry in dead body, come here. Now we use our hands, swam, so that embalmment chemical go work if we want embalm." That was the reply the mortuary attendant told me. I said, okay, no problem. I left. For confirmation purposes, I still had to send transport to his friend, the one he lived with last at Aja. I said, I will send you transport, maybe from Aja, come meet me for Yaba, just to come and see for yourself. And you tell us, when he was arrested, did he have any on his face to show? He said nothing do him. He said, okay. He came and he saw, he confirmed the body as my brother and said, and told them too that when the attendant was like, nothing concerning us, so now had them bring and come, now so he see him. So that was when, after we left the mortuary, then I told the boy and I was like, everything I've been hearing is on phone. Like me, I was not around. I was at, okay, can you tell me from your own side, your own part of the story, like what actually happened? And then he said, okay. Like I said, my brother and them don't get problem before. He said no, that the only time he knows them and my brother had issues was the time my brother was on a journey to go and deliver parcel of a customer's order, and then he had accident with the bicycle, that he fell and he had bruises on his hand and his leg. That according to the company's policy, that they have a contract joining both the riders and the staff, that once you have any medical challenge, that you are fit, that you are entitled to free medical care. He said as at that time, when my brother had that accident, that he went to the company and told them that, look at, on my way to delivery, I had an accident, I should be treated, and the company didn't treat him. That was the only time that he knew that my brother went to complain, and there was a little misunderstanding between them. He said that was the only time he was sure my brother and them had problem. I said okay. And then before I came to Bekete family, I actually took the matter to social media because I was supposed to, because when I told my dad everything I made up, my dad was like, this is a very serious matter, and truth be told, that he don't have money to press cases, charges, that we should just look for a way and bring back the corpse home. Let's bury it and leave the matter for God. But when we got to the mortuary gave us a lot of bills, almost 300,000. That was when my dad broke down and was like, saying, even if we leave it for them, he will leave it for them. So that was when I said, okay, don't worry. I will take the matter to social media. That as long as I take it to social media, I know people will help. So I took it to social media. There was a guy who posted, and then the guy called me and say, Baba, the company called me. I don't know how they get my number. They call me, they talk some kind of thing. Me, I go delete the post too. He said, okay, he was going to delete it. He deleted the post. Then another friend told me somebody whom I should tag on Twitter, Field Marshal, General Oluchi, that if I tag her, if I'm lucky enough and she can see that post and she repost it, that I'm surely going to get justice. So I told a couple of my friends and we're tagging her for like 5 days. Then she reposted the thing and the thing went viral. It's on Vanguard, it's on Porch, and so therefore. So then along the line, the company had to lock their official Twitter accounts because everybody was tagging them. They had to lock their Twitter account. So the woman said I should post my number on Twitter in case there's any good-willing persons who would want to reach out to me or my family to help us get justice. I said, okay. I posted my number there as well. So everybody was tagging, and along the line, that was when the company made an official press release.
What was a press release?
In their press release, they said
Stay steady and talk to me, sir.
In their press release, they said that my brother stole their bike, and then my brother broke into their facility with some people, stole their bike, and then they also
Bike or bicycle?
Bicycle, sorry. My brother broke into their press release, stole their bicycle.
Premises, not press release.
Sorry.
Listen to yourself while you're talking, please.
Sorry, sir.
I know you are bereaved. I know you are not happy, but please compose yourself.
Okay, sir. So they said that my brother and some people broke into their okay. Thank you very much. Broke into their maintenance facility and
stole what?
And stole bicycle. That was what they wrote there.
Okay.
And then, on the long run, from the press release, judging from what they said that the security personnel on duty identified my brother as one of the persons who broke into their facility and stole some bicycles. They went there and they saw bicycle parts belonging to them in my brother's apartment, but they did not arrest them. So I started questioning on their comment, like, how would you say your security officer told you that somebody came and broke into our facility, took something, and he was able to identify somebody, and then you will visit the person, and then you will see your belonging in the person's house.
You saw evidence,
and you say you came there with the police, and yet you didn't make an arrest. I had to screenshot their press release so that in case they would want to delete it. So I also called the friend and say, is it true that my brother had a company's bicycle? He says it's a lie. That when they gave the boy option, before he was even arrested, that when they gave him option that he should replace the bicycle, that he had to go to Aboki that deals on bicycle parts and bought bicycle parts, that they were not even around and the police came into their house, broke into their house. That day, when they came back, they were told that, look at people who came. And my brother even went back to them and told them that since the people gave me option to replace bicycle, that I want to fix up scrap and buy spare part, and then the company told them that we don't want scrap bicycle as replacement, we want new bicycle. Then to last week Thursday, a hidden number called me. I don't know the number. They hid the identity. He called me and said, I got your number on Twitter because I was scared. I couldn't use my own picture or my name. So the name of the Twitter account I was using was Justice for Chidera. That's my brother's name. So the person said, I saw your number. Are you Justice for Chidera? I said, yes. He said, I want to tell you something. Your brother died because he saw something he shouldn't have seen. So then I was like, hello, what did he see? And the number cut the call. Okay. So I had to screenshot because I didn't record the so I had to screenshot when the number called and then also screenshot how long the call lasted.
And police can track that number and get the conversation.
Yes. Yeah. The call lasted for just 30 seconds. We're like, hello, are you just for the I saw your number on Twitter. I want to tell you something. Your brother died because I wanted that was when I was like, what did you? And then the number just,
your brother died because he saw something
he shouldn't have seen. So I was like, what did the person just end the call?
So where waiting we no know now where you see the thing where you no supposed to see. Now for outside, now for the company, I've been inside the prison.
Sorry,
you understand? In our question, I wanted
to add something. On the company's press release, they say they actually admitted that they gave an option that if the bicycle is replaced. They'll withdraw it. According to their press release, they say that yes, when the bicycle was released, that them took the matter to court for the case to be withdrawn, but the authorities couldn't provide my brother that day in court.
Oh, they mentioned it in their press release.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. My brothers, my sisters, you know how I take invite you to come?
Yes, sir.
How I take invite you come?
It's like I messaged
you. Tagged me on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
You remember?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, your dad talk say make una leave matter for God, abi?
That was the beginning.
But when you see bill don't accumulate almost 300,000 naira.
Yes, that was another part I left out. When the bill came up, and then one of my father's brother was telling him that he shouldn't just leave this case like this. That is not fair. There was a relative we contacted. He's a lawyer in Lagos, male. So I heard we are related, but it's all this. It's a distance relationship. He was contacted. He was the one who said, okay, that he was going to take up the case.
Has he?
No, he didn't. Because when he went there, he called my dad later and he said that before he can take up the case, that he will need to make an arrest before he will be able to take up the case. That was when my uncle, who was in Lagos at Ladipo, they give him his number to go and meet the lawyer so that them two of them can work together. But when he said they went to make arrest, that the police was demanding 150,000 before they can make arrest.
Okay, hold on there, Barrister Ogo.
Good morning, my ordinary president.
Morning.
This is a very pathetic case.
Very.
Now, one of the things where poverty they cause. So, because if not like that, the cost of the
family
bicycle
would need 3 days to raise 14,000
naira. Even the cost of the bicycle is nothing to worry about. But as it be said, it don't happen like this. There's what we call coroner's courts. Yes, and there's what we call coroner's inquest. That coroner's inquest is an investigation of this nature. The coroner's courts investigates cases of people who die for custody like this, whether police custody or prison custody. Yes, and the inquest means investigation. So they will sit and find out the cause of the death and whether a natural death, whether because some prisoners, if you don't monitor them, they can take their own life. So I'm suggesting they have that kind of coroner's court in Lagos. Even magistrates at times sit as coroners.
Barrister Ogo?
Yes, sir.
You are traveling to Lagos.
Okay, sir.
With the kind permission of your husband.
Yes, sir.
You are the family lawyer from today.
Yes, sir.
Get ready. Tell me as soon as I have the go ahead of your husband.
Sir.
We'll make an arrangement for your hotel, your flight, vehicle that will take you around Lagos, yes, for you to ensure that this family get justice.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you,
happy,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Amen, and you too, sir. My brothers, my sisters, if I look down and I see the time done, they give us signal to do it, and signal make we continue to the van. No, they go.
Ordinary, in addition to the assignment, I think the highest echelon of the police should be involved so that they could also assist,
Not be the same police will ask for 150,000.
No, the highest echelon.
Highest, how?
Yes, that's the IG's office investigation.
We will make a handle on that side. The most important thing, Ogo, yes, take the legal aspect. You understand? Person died this kind death.
So that the police can cooperate with her.
Do we need elder? No, the Oga. Wait, how much police ask for?
150,000.
Since when?
That was 2-3 weeks ago.
And up till now, they never do anything. Okay, thank you very much.